Welcome to the guide to the MyMNRI application. This video will guide you through a demonstration or explanation for how to log in on your computer, to change settings, to add a new client, and finally how to set homework for that client. To get started, you'll visit the website mnriapp.mymnri.com/login. Once you are at the website, you will go ahead and log in. You'll enter your email address and your password and select sign in. When you first sign into your account, if you have not been a registered user, you will get this invitation required alert. And this is important for your clients and the parents of your clients to understand that they will need to be invited or have an account set up on their behalf. The first thing you'll want to do the very first time you enter the website application is go to your settings to verify they are accurate. Your payment settings is the first setting that you can adjust. This allows you to update your payment information and view your billing history. You may not have much there just now, but in the future it will be beneficial. The next setting is your language. Currently, you have the option of English or Polish. I'm going to go ahead and select English. Now this is important because this will be not only my default language, but the default language for any users or clients that I set up. Okay, so that is it for settings. Now we can go ahead and explore how we deal with clients and users. For example, providing parents or guardians of our clients with access. The first step in managing your clients is to create the client account. To do this, we need to go to the Admin tab on the left navigation and then to Clients. You'll see here I have several clients already created, but this client that I'm looking for is not here. So we're going to add a new client. In the right-hand upper corner, there is a blue button with a plus sign that says Add Client. Select that, and then a pop-up will appear and you will enter their first and last name. So we're going to just say our first name is Liz and our last name is Example and save. Now we have our client created. Now that we've created our client, we can add valuable information. So let's begin by going into our desired client by simply selecting their name. Here you will see homework, information, users, and invite. We're going to circle back to homework because that's going to require a little more discussion. We're going to start with information. In the information tab, you have the ability to correct your name first and last as the therapist, as well as the client's name should there be an error. Next is the Users tab. This is where we will find the parents and guardians with access to this client's record. This is especially important for those dependent clients, which many of you or most of you have. And then finally, we have the invite. The invite provides a link and a QR code for the parent or guardian. These can be sent to the clients as a link, an image, or directly printed from this page and attached to any document that you may be sending home with them, say some homework. After clicking on the link or scanning the image with a smartphone, the parent will be able to register in the application and assign this client to their account. Let's go back to homework, as homework is the most important aspect of this application. Once in the Homework tab, you will go to the right-hand side and Add Homework. A pop-up will appear and asks you to add a title. So we're going to call this Stage 1. You could call it homework, you can give it the name of the month, you can be as creative as you would like. Then you're going to be asked for the duration of weeks. In this case, I'm going to say it's 9 weeks. And because it is so long, I'd like them to take a break for 1 week. Once I have created that, I'm going to select Save. Our homework now appears within the client profile. To edit and add therapies for this client, you will select the eye icon in the homework row. The next step is to add the specific therapies. To do this, we're going to add therapy from the top right-hand corner. We'll select that, and then you will select your therapy. The easiest thing is to type in MNRI, and the therapy choices will appear. I'm going to select MNRI Neurotactile Integration first. And then how many times per week do I want them to perform these neurotactile exercises? I'm going to leave it for now at 5 times a week. I'm going to select Save. We have now added the entire MNRI neurotactile protocol for this client within the app. You can still review the program and refine the specific exercises needed for homework by selecting the eye icon within that row. You will see for neurotactile that we have 5 groups of exercises. You can select the down arrow and see all of the exercises within each group. You can delete an entire group of exercises. So if we're looking at the back of the body Mobius strip, that's a little too advanced for our client right now. So we're just going to delete all of them. You can do that at the group level and select yes, or you can do that individually within each group themselves. So let's look at tactile compressions. And I'm going to say right now we're not going to worry about lower limbs. So I'm just going to delete the embracing squeeze for the lower limbs and delete that. Now you still have those 2 original, but that third one is removed. One additional way for you to modify the techniques is by the number of repetitions and times per week that you would like these done. To do this, you'll select the pencil icon, and you can change the weekly repetitions and how many times they should do each repetition. So you want them to do this 5 times a week, but only 1 repetition. You can easily change that. Select Save, and you will see that that's how it now appears. 1 repetition, 5 times a week. This allows for you to easily tailor each set of exercises to the clients. When you've completed your edits for the neurotactile homework, you can then add additional MNRI programs. To do so, you want to go back to the homework tab. I'm going to go into the section of homework that I want to add, and I will add a therapy. Again, type MNRI. This time I'm going to select the archetype. I'm going to add 3 weeks for this one and save. Just as we edited the neurotactile, we can do that for archetype. Now we have the 2 programs for homework that we plan to assign and all of the specific techniques identified. So we need to set our programs to active. We're ready for the parent or client to be able to view these techniques. So we're going to go ahead at each program level, change them to active. And then one final thing. Now that our programs are active, we're going to go back to the homework itself. So we have stage 1, and we're going to make this active. From now on, the parent or guardian will have access to this homework assignment after logging in. The homework assignment can be modified later. We can then edit the old version or add a new one. We can expand the homework assignments with additional programs or individual exercises. We can have several homework templates for the client and activate them according to their needs, but only one homework template can be active at a time. Thank you for your time and attention, and I invite you to work with the MyMNRI application.